Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Arsalan and today we are going to discuss a topic on polymorphism. Today we are on day 51 of solving the object-oriented programming system questions, and today's topic is polymorphism. So far we have discussed so many topics including objects, including instances, including superfunctions, including inheritance, so on and so forth. So we have discussed so many topics, and we have covered so many questions. We started from a very basic question where we just did question based on objects and instances and class, and then we move on to day 2 where we just increase the bar of the question, and slowly and gradually we have been increasing, and then we just did so many questions based on object oriented programming. And today's topic is polymorphism. So if you are very new to this playlist, let me give you a very brief introduction of what this playlist is all about. So in this playlist we have been solving questions based on object oriented programming, as I've already told you that how far we have come through. So please do subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, press the bell icon button, and bookmark the playlist so that you can get the updates from the channel. So today's topic to discuss is polymorphism. So what is polymorphism? We will be discussing with some basic structure, and also we will be doing a very simple question, and day by day we will be just increasing the bar of polymorphism questions, and on each day we will be solving different and various types of question based on polymorphism until we get a better understanding of polymorphism. So let's start this tutorial with an understanding of and revision of polymorphism, that what is polymorphism. So I hope you have already studied this topic of polymorphism, and if you have not understood this, or you have not studied it yet, there is nothing there is no problem if you haven't studied it. So as you can see on the screen, I have made an explanation of how things go in polymorphism, and also I've created a basic structure with an example questions. So we will be doing something really exciting and interesting today on polymorphism. So first of all, let's discuss what is polymorphism. So let's read out the paragraph number 1, which says that polymorphism is a fundamental concept in object oriented programming that allows objects of different classes to be treated as objects of common superclass. So what does it mean? It means that we will be creating one superclass that our parent class, and it will have multiple subclasses, right? So what we do in uh, as you can say inheritance. So when we create the class subclass superclass, it has some subclasses as well. So if it has a same name, and we will be overriding that particular name of the method in the superclass with our child class. So I know that you might be getting confused at what I'm saying. I will be we will be doing some question, and when we will be just uh, seeing the basic structure of the code, how it works, then you will have a better idea of how things go. So it enables the same method name to be used for different classes. So as it is written here, it enables the same method to be used for different classes. So when we create different classes, it enables us to use the same name. So let's say the name in class 1 is display info, that displays information, and the second class also has the name display info. So uh, it will be just overriding those from the parent class. So when we do some question, you will understand it. And I am reading this part now, and the appropriate method is called based on the object's actual type or class. Polymorphism helps achieve code reusability, flexibility, and more organized code structure. So why polymorphism is used? It is used for code reusability because it will not allow us to use means it will help us to reuse the code, and it will save our time and energy in writing the same number of code again and again. So to just not do that, we will be just using the same name, and polymorphism will allow us to use that flexibility and more organized code structure. So it gives the flexibility and it allow us to organize the code structure, so it is more structured code. And polymorphism is often achieved through overriding, so we override. So what is overriding? We have already done some question or based on overriding, like we give the name of some class, and then when we just write the same class name, method name in this different class, it overrides it. Where a subclass provides a specific implementation of a method for that is already defined in the superclass, this allows different subclass to have different behaviors for the same method. So the name could be same, so the name will be same, the name of the method will be same in the classes. However, the functionality, the behavior would be different. So let me show it to you, the basic structure of the polymorphism. So first of all, let's say we have a class called animal. So let's focus on this part here. First of all, let's focus on this part here, that is class animal, and it is a method called, so this is a method. All right, so first of all, it's a class animal, and it has a method called make sound, and we have simply passed this value. Why we have passed this value? Because we are not using we are not using it in our animal class. We will be using in our subsequent classes, that are dog, and it could be cat, and it could be more classes. But however, but right now we are focusing on the method. So method is make sound, so the name of the method is make sound. And let's create another class. So now let's focus on the class dog, and it's inheriting from the parent class animal. So this is super class, animal is a super class, and this is a subclass. So dog is a subclass and cat is also a subclass. So right now what is happening here is we have a method called make sound, and it's down right now. Previously it was passing the value, but right now in this method it's returning woof, means the sound of the dog. Similarly, in the method of cat, it is simply making the sound of mew, and it's returning with a method called make sound. So as you can see, their name is same for each method. So name in animal, it has a method make sound, and dog also has a name make sound, and animal also has a name make sound. So all of these three method has the same name of the method. So this is what polymorphism is. It will be having same name. As you can see, animal has also the names same name of the method, then dog has also the same name of the method, and then cat class has also the same name of the method. However, each individual method is passing some different value. First of all, the make sound is just simply passing, it is not doing anything. Then dog is returning a value of woof. Then we have and cat, so cat is returning us the value of mew. So now if we create instance of dog right now here, when we create instance of dog and cat, and we print the value of those method dog dot make sound and dog cat dot make sound, we will be getting woof and mew. So this is the basic structure. When so how it is designed. First of all, we create a parent class. It will be having two subclasses. You can see child classes, but it will be having one parent class, and it will be having child classes which will be inheriting from its parent class. So right now it's the parent class is animal and child class is dog and cat. Then it will be having a method, and this method will be when we write it in the child class, it will be having the same name. So as you can see, in the child class the make sound is same, and in animal class is also the same, and in cat class is also the same. So all of these these classes have the same method name, sound make sound. However, each individual method will be passing some different values. So this is what polymorphism is. It is based on overriding, you can say. So first of all, it's make sound making pass value, then it's overriding in dog1 in dog method dog class, it's overriding the value from pass to woof, it's passing a string woof, and then in method in class it's again overriding and it's returning mu. So this is what happening here. So I hope that now you have understood this logic of polymorphism a bit. I know that you will be not understanding it fully. When we do some question, you will be having a better idea and better understanding of the uh, concept. So now let's do the question. So first of all, we have to do the question. Question number 1 says explain the concept of polymorphism in object oriented programming. Explain an example to illustrate how polymorphism work. So we have already discussed it, how uh, we've already discussed how what is polymorphism. We have already discussed the concept of polymorphism. Polymorphism allow us to use the means we can just use the same name method in our different classes. So this is what polymorphism is. It is based on overriding the method of different classes. So each individual method will be having same name, but each individual classes will also having the same name, but on each individual method, the functionality, the behavior will be different. So this is what polymorphism is. So let's provide an example to illustrate how polymorphism works. So let's redo the code above, which is a basic structure. So if we create a basic structure, so first of all, let's create a parent class here. Let's do that question again step by step, so you can understand it in a better way. So first of all, let's create a parent class, or you can say super class, parent class, and then in parent class we can write a class called animal. So this is our class animal, and it makes some sound. So we have a method called display def display sound. It will be returning some value, so we can just return some value, and we can say sound of an animal, or you can even pass this value if you want, but right now we are saying that sound of an animal. All right, uh, we can now we can just create some child classes. So this is what inheritance will be coming here. So now there the concept inheritance will be coming here. So uh, we can write child class dog. So first of all, we are creating a child class dog here. So we can write class dog and then close it by parentheses, and inside those parentheses we will be writing the name of the parent class. So since the name of the parent class is animal, so we will be putting animal there, and then we will be just creating one class based on which will be a class of dog. So I mean the method of dog. So let's create a method of call dog, which will be the same method, and the moment I will be pressing enter, it will be just returning me super dot display sound. So if I let's create an instance, let's say a is equals to dog for I'm just creating it for temporary use, and if I say that a dot make sound sorry, a dot display sound, and close it by parenthesis, it will be saying that sound of an animal. Let me show it to you. I have to print this value. Let's print this value because I was returning it in our method, so I have to print this value. If I print this value, I will be getting a value as sound of an animal. Let's see how this works. So sound of an animal. So right now I am just inheriting this part from, and I'm not overriding it. What I can do here is, if I just remove this here from here, and I will just say return return, instead of sound of an animal, return me woof. And the moment I will be doing this and running it again, you can see I will be returning woof. So this is how it will be working. Now let's create another class cat, and then again it will be inheriting from the same parent class, that is animal. And then we have to create def display sound. And right now if I create an instance for our cat class, so let's say b is equals to cat, and then let's print the method of make sound in our b class as well. So we have to print the instance of b method, b class, and the method for b instance will be display sound. So let's run this, and I will be getting the sound of first of all I will be getting printed value as woof. Then in the next line I will be getting the sound of an animal. So as you can see, woof and then sound of an animal. So because I was returning the super init function here, which will be just returning me the value from our parent class, so I'm just returning the display sound which was inherited from our parent class. That's why it was giving me sound of an animal. If I just remove this part and run this, it will be throwing me an error, because super init function was allowing us to use the functionality from our parent class. If we remove super init function, super function, it will be if we will be removing, we won't be allowed to use the functionality from our parent class. Let me show it to you. If I save this and run it, see, as you can see, display sound is not defined. Why it's not defined? It is already defined in two different classes, and we have inherited from parent class as well, but we haven't used super here. So the moment I will be pressing super here and close it by parenthesis and put a dot here, and right now if I run this code, it won't be showing me an error. So I hope you have understood how super function works. So right now if I say return display sound, so return display sound in our display sound method won't be possible if we do not use the super function. So what I can do here is, instead of display sound, I can for this cat class I can just write mew. Alright, so I can just write mew here, and then it will be throwing me a mew value. So first of all I will be getting a woof, then I will be getting mew, and I can create another method. Let's say I have a class called what I can write here is, let's say I have a cow method, so cow class, and then this class is again a class, child class. So let me just put it comment here that this is a class cat, and this is a child class, and this is again a child class, and this is the right now it's cow. Now what we can do here is, instead of in this parenthesis I will be writing the name of the parent class. The name of the parent class is animal, and then after this I will be just writing def display sound, and again I will be returning the value of display sound automatically the moment I will be pressing enter. However, I do not read this. Instead of this I will be returning moo, let's say, is the sound of the cow. And we can again create an instance for cow here, so we can print that value as well. And to do this I can just write c dot display sound, and I will be getting first of all woof, then I will be getting mew, then I will be getting moo. See, so all of these methods are overriding each individual method. First of all it's woof, then again it's mew, then it's moo. So as you can see that how things are working here. So this was I think a very good quick example, a very basic example of how the polymorphism works. As you can see, each individual has one symbol. Each individual instance have same method. Dog has also a same instance method. Then B has also the same instance method. Then C has also the same method. So C instance is also having the same method. Each individual instance has same method. What we can do here is we can just run a loop and create a list. So let's create a list. Let's say animals is the list. A is animal, so instead of A I can just write it a dog, and then I can write it a cat, and instead of C I can just write a cow, and I will be just putting all these objects, all these instances in my list. Dog. So I am just showing you what an alternate way of doing this, so that we can save our time and we can run all individual method with simpler way of doing this. So I'm just giving you how a method of how we can save our time, and we can just run this code in a more quicker way. So I can write cow, cat, dog, cow. So now we have list of all the objects we have created. Now we can run the loop. Run the loop. So these three are animals. So we can say that for animal in animals, for animal in animals. So right now the animals are uh, animals are animals are dog, cat, cow. And yeah, right now first of all it will be animal here. So if I run this code, what I can do here is I can just say that for each individual object, or for each individual object. So animal is object and animals is list. So this animal, let me just zoom in here, this animal is object inside a list. So each individual objects are animal, so they are in animals. So animals is a list, and in this list we have animals. So animal is a instance, so which includes dog, cat and cow. What we can do here is we can just say that uh, animal dot make sound, and we can just print this value instead. Print animal dot dot make dot make sound, and close it by parenthesis since it's a method. And alright, so it was not make sound, it was display sound. So let's just put it like this, and display sound. And if I run this, it should give me 3 values, as you can see here. Alright, so we have created an object here, then we put those objects in a list, and then we run a loop. Inside a loop we created a very basic loop here, which will be saying for animal in animals, print animal dot display sound. So each individual animal we will be printing me display sound methods, because all of them have the same method. So we are just simply writing animal dot display sound. So this is an alternate way of doing this thing which we have done here, and this thing is doing the same thing here, but in a quicker way we did this. So I hope that you have liked the video and you have understood the concept of polymorphism. While we do more number of questions in the upcoming tutorial based on polymorphism, we will be gaining more understanding and clear uh, clear understanding of the concept of polymorphism. This was all for today. I hope you have liked this tutorial. Thank you guys for watching this video, and see you next time.